Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Diego Abregu with the Abregu Real Estate Group and Keller Realty. And today I wanted to make a video giving you all a market update and letting you know where some of our clients are seeing success in the real estate market, both on the buying side and as well as on the selling side. So it is August 16, 2022, and the market is very different than it has been the last couple of years. It's even very different than it has been at the start of the year. So on the buy side, demand has definitely calmed down and has leveled out with the rise of interest rates. There's been a lot of buyers who simply can't afford to buy a home anymore or just want to wait and kind of put their plans on pause, hoping for rates to come down, which I don't believe is the smartest thing to do, because I do believe once rates come down, prices will have another surge and appreciate once again. But that's another conversation. But where we are seeing buyers right now have a lot of success is at the closing table. They are saving a lot of cash up front with interest rates and demand. With interest rates rising and demand slowing down, we have seen a lot less competition in a lot of these homes. We're seeing a lot of homes sit on the market and a lot more opportunities for buyers, more homes to pick from without having to compete with 5, 10, 15, 20 other offers, which I know a lot of buyers, if you've been in the market the last couple years, that was something you experienced, and it was not fun at all, knowing that you essentially had no chance, depending on your situation, when you're competing with an all-cash offer that's waiving appraisal, waiving home inspection. Essentially, some homes just weren't for you. So now that is mainly not the case. Most of the homes that are available, you will have some sort of negotiation room, or if you are competing with a multiple offer situation, it's usually only one or two, maybe three offers. In some cases, it can be more if the home is priced aggressively, right? If it's priced very low, it will still attract a good amount of offers and cause a competitive situation. But the majority of our home buyers are able to find homes that they like, and they're able to negotiate on price, negotiate on terms, and negotiate on closing cost, right? So that's where buyers are saving a lot of money. So for a primary buyer, for a first-time home buyer, the minimum down payment is 3%. A primary buyer who is not a first-time home buyer, it's 5%. Now, something else you would have to budget for is an additional 2.5 to 3% at closing, for closing costs, Now, that's going to equate to 5.5, 6% of a total cash to close, right? So now what we're able to do with the market slowing down is have the sellers pay for closing costs, which has been a great incentive and benefit for especially first-time home buyers who are not necessarily heavy on cash, and they're trying to save their cash to remodel their home, or just to have more savings in their emergency fund, right? Or just in their savings accounts and investment accounts. And that's been very great. So just to give you some simple numbers, if you're a first-time home buyer buying a house that's $400,000, which is somewhat of a typical price point for a first-time home buyer in the area that I serve, Northern Virginia, Loudoun County, you're looking at a 3% down payment of $12,000. Now, with an additional, say, 3%, you would need closing costs. So essentially, you're looking at about $24,000 to purchase a $400,000 home. All right. Now, what we're able to do is we're able to negotiate closing costs and have the seller give a seller credit at closing, which is a dollar for dollar cash discount out of your pocket, right? So if you're able to get an offer accepted in this market for a 3% seller credit, now you only have to come up with your 3% of the down payment, where the seller is essentially covering your entire down payment amount, or your closing cost amount, with that 3% seller credit, making you only have to bring $12,000 to the table, which is very different situation that we've seen in the last couple of years, where not only were you for sure paying for your own closing costs, but in a lot of cases, buyers were including appraisal waivers where they weren't considering what the bank appraised the property at. So if there was a difference in the appraised value and the purchase price, say a $10,000 difference, the house appraised for $10,000 less than what you agreed to pay for it, buyers were still agreeing to bring an additional $10,000 to the table, really making buyers have to be cash heavy to be successful in the real estate market, where now we're seeing a lot more first-time home buyers really be able to save cash and win on that front. Now, on the selling side, I know it's a little long-winded for the buyers, but on the selling side, it has definitely shifted. The days of having just a sign in the yard and getting 4 or 5 offers pre-market are definitely over. A lot more marketing. You definitely want a lot more professional staging, marketing, photography, video, social media presence when you list your home for sale if you want to get top return. We are seeing a lot of price reductions. A lot of the price reductions that are making headlines are mainly from, you could say, wish prices, where a lot of sellers are really shooting for the stars in order to get the highest price possible, hoping that they can receive that kind of offer when they're $10,000 above the last high sale in that neighborhood. It's just not going to happen, especially in today's market, again, where interest rates have gone up and buyer demand has cooled down. So listing your home appropriately is definitely going to be a key component in not only getting your home sold for the most amount, but also in a smooth and efficient manner, in a quick manner, without sitting on the market, right? And that's definitely a majority of sellers' goals, is to get the highest return in the quickest amount of time possible. And you have to do that by, again, pricing it right and working with the appropriate professional that's going to market your property and position your property in the best possible light to get your home sold and get as many eyeballs on your home by as many qualified buyers as possible. So you got to be very intentional when selecting your real estate professional to help you get your home sold. But one good thing we're seeing for a lot of sellers right now, not only has it slowed down, but the prices are still very high, right? You're still seeing a great return on your investment. If you bought a home in the last 2 to 3 years, you can probably still make a return right now. And a lot of sellers' concern was that they had nowhere to go, and they were scared that if they put their home up for sale, that's great, they got 10 offers, but now they couldn't get their offer accepted. Well, good news is now, if you're in that position where you want to upsize, downsize, just relocate, it is definitely a lot easier for sellers to get offers accepted with a home sale contingency. And what that means is you're essentially making an offer on another home, letting the sellers of the home you're hoping to purchase, you're letting them know that in order for me to buy this house, I have to close on my house that I'm settling on or that I'm selling, and I need to settle on that before I purchase your home. So we're seeing a lot more offers like that be accepted, which is great. It's giving sellers a lot more, you could say, sleep at night, really a lot more security, and helping them feel less pressure once their house gets under contract in order to find the next home. We're still having buyers that are willing to negotiate on terms and make terms that are, you could say, beneficial to the seller in regards of closing dates, right? So if you need something like a rent back or post-settlement occupancy, which essentially means once you close and sell on your home as a seller, you still get your check, you get all your cash, so you can make your down payment elsewhere, but you're still able to occupy your property from 30 to 60 days, right? And longer in some cases if the buyer of your home is an investor. So just to give you a quick recap of that, right? So what are we seeing in today's market? Buyers have more opportunities. They're able to save more cash, able to save more closing costs at the table, which has been great, especially for first-time home buyers who really want to save, their hard-earned cash. And for sellers, you're seeing a lot more opportunity when you need to do that sell and trade, right? You want to sell and upsize or sell and relocate. You're still able to do that now with more options and less pressure on your side of not being able to get your offer accepted, all right? So if you know anyone who is looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, please don't hesitate to reach out. My name is Abregu. I'm an associate broker and realtor with the Abregu Real Estate Group and Keller Realty. I'm licensed in Virginia and Maryland, serving Northern Virginia and most areas of Maryland. So just reach out and we'll definitely get you connected. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate anywhere in the world, still reach out. I have a great connection with my Keller Williams colleagues, and I'll definitely be able to connect you with someone who's trusted, respected, and knows what they're doing specifically for what you want to do. All right. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this with a friend. I appreciate all the support, y'all.